follow-up from the last video. I won the contest! Yay! Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, as I mentioned, I won the contest. I won the divisional contest, and now I'll be competing in the district contest, which is going to be on May 23rd, which is like probably about, I don't know, 2 weeks away. And 2 weeks or 3 weeks away. Okay, so I'll be competing with people from Sarawak, Sabah, Brunei, and Indonesia. There's going to be lots of competitive, good contestants out there. I'm not sure whether I'm able to outshine them. Because that's what you do in a contest, isn't it? That's why you want to win. Just try to outshine them. But anyways, this is the second time actually I'll be competing in the district level. The first time was in 2019, where I actually flew to Indonesia, Medan, Indonesia, to compete. This time I'll be at home because of the pandemic, which is good for me. I think it's good so that I don't have to go fly around, you know, traveling. I mean, I love traveling, but anyways, that's how things work right now. Anyway, so this is the second time I'll be competing in the district level, and I know the level there. I know the stress. I'm very stressful right now. I try to make my speech a little bit stronger. I try to make changes from the last speech that I use. I'll be still using the same speech, the same story, but I still have to make changes so that it come out a bit more stronger than before. So that is why I like about competition. I'm not sure whether I talk about that, but one of the things I like contests is that it gives me the opportunity to really look into the script, really look into the story, and think, how can I make it better? Of course, I said it before, there's no such thing as perfect script, but perfect story, but I think it allowed me, context allowed me to think of different ways of telling stories. You see, here's the thing about me, and probably compared to other speakers or any contestants out there, is that for me, I'm all about stories. That could be my weak point, or that could be my strength. Some people are very good in pointing issues out, you know, message out, and you know, and people can learn from the lesson. For me, I could only tell stories. I'm not very good at focusing on, okay, this is what you need to do. I'm just gonna tell you stories, and I'm just gonna show you how it's done. And what's your take on this? It's up to you. So that actually can be my weakness when it comes to competition. It is something that I cannot help, because it is something that I believe in. That, of course, this is communication. I need to communicate with my audience. My story must be able to communicate with them so that they can get the message. This is what I learned. This is what I'm trying to do in my story. But sometimes my mind could get so complicated. I've been trying to come up with more concrete stories of my own, and I mean, when I say concrete story of my own, it means that I'm trying to think of my own life experience and put it and include them into a speech, and how I can structure it so that everything is connected and people can see it and get the message, get the lessons, so that they know what's this speech about. I spent probably like about 2 weeks thinking of how can I do it, and so a few days ago I started to think of I sort of got an idea of how to do it, and I wrote it, and I wrote too long. Sometimes I just need to remind myself that I'm not writing articles. I'm writing a 5 to 7 minute speech, and I really need to constrain. So right now, I'm thinking of ways on how can I trim it down, because it just got too long that it won't be a 5 to 7 minute speech. And this is one thing I like about speech contests, about having to speak between 5 to 7 minutes. People would say this is so restrictive, the 5 to 7 minute speech, it's too short. But I think it serves its purpose. I always believe that you must have this framed, this constraint, so that you will know what's important in the story. So this is what I'm gonna do. I think the next few probably a week or two, I'm gonna find out how to do that. How to I hope I didn't mess up this latest draft that I'm doing right now. And another thing about being in the contest is that the process of trying to improve the script, trying to come up with a much stronger story, is that I would be more open a little bit, be more open to of my own life experience, of how to tell that story effectively. What I mean is that I learned to be brave, I think. I learned to be brave of looking into something that I didn't want to see, I didn't want to share. But at the same time, there's a need of sharing it, the need of putting that experience into the script, because I always believe that everyone have good stories to tell. So that's one of the good things about being in a contest. One is I'm trying to reframe the story. The second one is I'm just trying to be brave. Brave enough to tell the story no matter how difficult it is. But of course you don't want to expose a lot of you. Like, I don't want to expose a lot of myself. Something have to be held back a little bit, but I know what kind of story works. And hopefully that the audience could see it, could feel it, could learn from it, and I hope that message could come out. So that is why I love contest. And if you're looking at some ways on how to boost your confidence, and if you don't know where to look at, just join any public speaking clubs you have in your place. I think it is a great way for you to boost your confidence. It did to me, right? So, and if there's any contest, join any contest. It's a great way to improve yourself. I mean, I find that, I learn about myself more, not just in storytelling, but I learn about myself more. I learn to construct a better story, like connecting the dots and all that, and I become a better communicator. That's all for today, and I'll update you on my progress soon. Peace.